Welcome to AI Academy this week. It's been a while. I missed you. I hope you guys had a great knowledge earlier this month, and we've now continuing our AI Academy sessions every other Tuesdays. Let's go ahead and get started. Please keep in mind our safe harbor statement. And some Academy basics. This Academy is for you for fresh ideas, better understanding, and practical guidance. Yes, this session is being recorded, and yes, this will be uploaded to YouTube later on this week. And of course, as always, feel free to ask questions via the Q&A panel. So today we're going to talk about the enhanced chat experience with Now Assist and Virtual Agent. And we're pretty excited about this because this has been a long time coming. We always talked about, hey, how do we improve the virtual agent experience for more consumer grade experience, right? Something expanding the chat beyond just the widget on the lower right hand corner. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to see a little bit of that as well and how to configure it, how to use it. And of course, always welcoming your questions about it if you have any. Just a brief agenda here, overview we're going to cover, and then we're going to spend the majority of the time on the exercise. We're going to be jumping into the instance and navigating around there and seeing it, in an instance for real. And then we'll wrap with Q&A. So what is enhanced chat? So enhanced chat is a consumer-graded conversational experience that allows you to be able to better interact with that virtual agent widget. It is now movable. It is now resizable. It can even go full screen if you want. It really allows the users and allow our customer to choose a mode of engagement when it comes to Now Assist in Virtual Agent on the portal. This is available for Now Assist in Virtual Agent with Yokohama Patch 3 or Xanadu Patch 9 for those of you who are still on Xanadu. So how do you set this up? So I'll talk a little bit about it here, but don't worry, I'm going to show you how to set this up momentarily. But first, some words, I suppose. So the first thing to check is to make sure that your latest Now Assist plugins are updated, whether it's your Now Assist for IT or for HR. That parent store app is updated, and that updates all the other dependent apps below it, including plugins such as Now Assist and Virtual Agent, um, so on and so forth. And then what you want to do, you want to navigate to the Assistance Setup page. And from the Assistance Setup page, you navigate to Display Experience. And then you got three tabs, right? Portals, Channels, Mobile. Under Portals, you click on that three-dot menu next to Employee Center or whichever other portal you have. You click on Edit Settings, and you'll get this new window here, pop-up window, to choose whether or not you want standard chat or enhanced chat. And if you choose enhanced chat, you get to choose whether you want the search bar to open into that full page experience or not. And I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. And note this is also available, or this experience is also available in Now Mobile. Now I don't get to resize the chat widget in Now Mobile because you've got just only so much real estate, but all the other UI improvements and UI changes are also applied in Now Mobile. All you have to do to configure to that is to basically go to the mobile tab that you see, and I'll show you this a moment again as well. A mobile tab, you add that chat launcher function, and then once you do so, you have the ability to choose whether you want, again, the standard chat or the enhanced chat. So that's all I have for slides, although I'll cover more for slides momentarily. But for now, let's jump into an environment. So let me stop this PowerPoint and go to an instance. I'm going to start from the very beginning. All right, so I hope you all can see my instance screen here. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the conversational interfaces. You can see here we have home, assistance, settings, etc. We want assistance. So here we have our default assistants, right? We have either Now System Virtual Agent or a panel. We want Virtual Agent. Now, because I've turned this virtual agent on already, it's going to take me all the way to the review tab, but I'm going to go backwards a bit and going to go to the display experience page. And I'm going to see my portal name employee center here. This is already configured with enhanced chat. And the way I did this was through this three-dot menu here, kind of hidden on the right-hand side, but it's there nonetheless. Edit settings. If you don't see this, then you have to make sure that your plugins are all updated to get this. Edit settings, and then you have either standard chat, right, or enhanced chat. And then enhanced chat, you either have this checkbox. Now, we're going to leave this blank for now. We're just going to choose enhanced chat, click apply, click save and continue. And that should be it to turn that on. Easy peasy. So now let's go back to the employee center to see actually this in person. So you'll notice that the widget here looks kind of different than the widget you're used to. The widget before was maybe like dark blue, whereas this is more of a gradient color. And if you click on this, you'll see this brand new widget design, right? Again, if you have any questions, feel free to type it in the Q&A. And you could note the different widget button, the different UI here. You now can see past chats, and we'll see that listed out more in the future. The support page, or the support tab, I suppose, settings. And again, this widget, I can now move around and do whatever I want with this. So I can type in my favorite um, request, what is spam? Generate an answer. I can even stretch this out a bit. There we go. I can show sources, and then these citations are not clickable with inline citations. So if this response ended up being too verbose, too lengthy, rather than scrolling all the way down to see my sources, I could just type them. I could just click them in line here. And like I said, I can drag this around. I could also pin this to the side. I'll close that, or make this full screen. Let's see. Let's start a new chat. Let's say, how do I install Windows? I don't know if I have a KB article for this, but we'll see what it gives me. I'm mainly doing this so that I can show you past the past chat. It's probably there already. So yeah, there's my passive chat. So you can actually see there's actually multiple active conversations. I didn't close this conversation back here, so it's still active. I can go back to here if I wanted to, or go back to here. Each of these active conversations also has its own notification channel, so to speak. So if I get a notification in this chat, you'll see that little red dot here. If I get a notification back in this chat, I'll see a red dot there as well. I can say, oh, Windows 8, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's also another new thing you get with the enhanced chat, which is this multiple active conversations, including past, or not so much past, but previous conversations. All right, so that I'm gonna post it back here. Let's see, what else can I show you guys? I could also, oh, there's my notification. There's the red dot there. Nice. So another thing that comes with enhanced chat is enhancement to the search bar. Now you saw the little modal pop up saying, "Hey, search bar's been enhanced as well." So if I type "what is spam" here, I get a streaming response. I could also, because enhanced chat's turned on, I get this genius result, right? But I can also ask a follow-up. If I click on this, right, it loads everything, yada, yada, yada. Sure, how can I help? It's like, um, I need to submit an incident about getting too much spam. Right. So this is just a quick shortcut to get from your search results, from whatever it is you're searching, to a more conversational experience uh, that opens up automatically the chat and kind of takes you to the point of, hey, you can ask a follow-up or maybe do something else based on that. And here I can create an incident. These pencil marks are catalog items, or I could this chat bubble here. This shows that this is a conversational um, flow to create an incident using VA or using virtual agent. Okay, so yeah, so I showed you a lot, and I can again expand this if I wanted to, if I want to make it wider, etc. This alone is going to be really helpful when you get to those more long form responses and conversations. So yeah, I showed you a lot about what's possible with enhanced chat. I'll address questions momentarily. Just want to show you guys that one more thing, which is uh, the search bar experience. So let me show you guys that. So let's see, I'll close that and then I'll go back to my settings. Go back to assistance. I saw one quick question about which available. This is Jamie asked, is this available with a family release or a plugin update? This requires Yokohama patch 3 or Xanadu patch 9. And then plus the store app updates associated um, with that release. Someone else asked what patch Yokohama 3. Okay. Um, all right, let's go back to here now to the assistants. Go back to edit setting. Now let's turn on that checkbox I showed you guys earlier. It is not available in PDIs. I know that's a very popular question in all our Now Assist academies. Unfortunately, Now Assist is not available in PDIs yet. We do have other ways you can test out the Now Assist functionality, right? Reach out to your account exec about that. We have starter packs. If you work with our partners, our implementation partners have access to Now Assist. They may be able to support conversations about trying out Now Assist. And then if you're at Knowledge, right? Knowledge. We had a lot of labs on Now Assist as well. So I hope you all got to see some of that. So now with enhanced chat, we have this checkbox here. Allow the search bar to open into a full page experience. This is a more direct route. Okay, so I'm going to check this box, click apply, and you'll see what change or what that does. All right, click save and continue. Let's go back to the employee center. And now in here, I'm going to say request sales laptop. So you see now, instead of going to search results, it takes me directly to a full screen chat. Generating answers, probably gonna give me some service catalog items is my guess. And yeah, you see I can request a sales laptop here if I want. I can even start this conversation. Yeah, go ahead, start request. And I'll go ahead and do that there. While this is running, while this conversational catalog item is running, if I wanted to, I could just go to the search tab here, you know, and see the search results for sales laptop. If for perchance this wasn't what I'm looking for, there's all these other items here, and you see some of these I can open to a new tab to request. Some of these I could request in chat, right? So let's see, how's this start? This is still going. Yeah, so I can request in chat. Request in chat. And then yeah, I have one more thing to show you guys. Oh, another thing here. I can in the enhanced chat experience, like in the widget experience, I also have this. There we go. Finally, I also have this icon here, which also takes me to search results. So even if I did not have this multi-tab option in the chat, in the top of the chat experience, all the other chats I had in the past, like what is spam, for instance, right? If available, it would take me. I can also go to search results here. Okay, so that's another little thing to basically, bring search and chat closer together. Yeah, I don't need any new software applications. Virtualization moving particularly slow today. Don't know why. But I can take the opportunity to answer questions while this is running. Let's see. From the top, well, I've answered the PDI question already. Is there a limit on how many previous chats you can view? I don't believe so. I don't know of one, frankly. Let me start from the top. What is available in GCC FedRAMP environment? So yes, Now Assist is supported with GCC environments. There may be some exceptions in terms of like which skills or which features, but broadly speaking, yes, Now Assist is available in GCC, including the virtual agent. A general question, how long does sales usually take to reach out to us if we can install in our def or our request has been in 2 weeks? Yeah, I don't know. It really depends on your sales team. Definitely reach out to them and see what's up with that. It shouldn't take 2 weeks. Yeah, shouldn't take that long. Okay, so yeah, this is done. Oh my goodness. I don't know how much longer this is going to be, but that's okay. We'll just keep going through the, oh, okay, finally. Yeah, submit. Okay. Is it possible to point a user to the chat experience via a URL? Yes, it is. There's uh, yeah, yes, but with caveats, right? Um, we do have a URL. I forget the exact thing, but it's searchable in our community forum. Webapp.do, something like that. The only thing is that is kind of a container. A virtual agent is not like it doesn't provide the full experience. I also don't think it'll provide you with a full screen experience. So in terms of external site support, for the NLU virtual agent, that is, we have external site support. So you don't need to hack it with a direct URL. With Now Assist in virtual agent, it is not officially supported. You can try the doing it the way with the NLU virtual agent. That's documented. You just search external site support for virtual agent. But if there may be some kinks as well, so fair warning there. Your mileage may vary. So to directly answer your question, Luis, uh, Now Assistant Virtual Agent is not supported yet officially on external sites. I would caution against using a direct URL or the NLU Virtual Agent implementation for external site, but some folks have said it works and they said it's good enough for us. And to that I say, that's good. Are the settings buttons visible to end users or just admins? Well, hold on. This settings button here. This is available to all users. If you're talking about the configuration, that's only like Now Assist admin, that's only available to admins. Okay, so the thing I wanted to show you here was another new feature. Doesn't get enough visibility, but it's called suggested actions. So you see, after I submitted a request and this ticket's been created, etc. Usually the conversation would just end there, but in the enhanced chat, We also provide suggested actions, which says, oh, here's what you do next. You can install more software, or you can open a new request for a new hire, right? These are actions that we suggest as based on the context of your previous conversation. And in order to configure this, there is a system, it's enabled via a system property. And I'm going to copy and paste that system property in chat. It's also documented as well. Let me just paste this to everyone. Nope, not that. Let me see if I can just copy the word, not the link address. There. Set that to true, and you'll get suggested actions after some, not all, some actions that you've done, like requesting an item that has contextually relevant suggested actions. All right. What else? Here, let's talk. So we have some time. I'll answer the remaining questions as much as I can, but also show you one more thing that also came in Yokohama patch 3, and that is document upload. So let me go back to here. If we go to chat experience, scroll down. So we have response streaming. So this, if I check this, you'll get the same experience you saw in the search results, as well as say like other apps out there like ChatGPT, where your response is streamed as opposed to coming out all at once. That may help with latency as well. The only warning here for response streaming is that if you're using a Microsoft Teams integration, I would not turn this on, because the Teams integration doesn't work very well with this, or it does, but it kind of treats it a little janky. But yeah, up on the very bottom here, there's doc uploads. You allow document uploads, and what that allows you to do, I wonder if I could show you here. Let me go back to ESC, or the Employee Center. If you have, I have this upload file. You can upload a document, PDF or text file, and then do Q&A on it. So I can upload, for example, an instruction manual, or maybe a health insurance policy, and then the user can ask questions on it. Okay, I won't show you guys that today, but that's available for you guys as well. All right, cool. So that's all I had for what to show you. The last thing I want to talk, let's just go through the questions one at a time. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A channel. Anonymous asks, let me just flip the screen. Oh yeah, I can show you guys what document upload looks like in this slide here. While PowerPoint's loading, yeah, so you see it utilizes Now Assist for Doc Intel for doc upload. So yeah, enable in the chat experience. And then I can upload, for example, instruction manuals for a graphics card, and it can suggest some questions for me, the virtual agent, but then I can ask, oh, how many pins are on the graphics card? What is a power connector located? It could also, read diagrams apparently. So it can do a lot of things there with doc upload. Let's see. We also have in patch 3 is web search fallback. I know this is a feature that's been highly requested. So now if you have no, and yeah, there was a question earlier about like, oh, was the responses coming from knowledge articles? The answer is yes, it was. And then, if you have a question that cannot be found in your search sources, there's a fallback that says, hey, couldn't find anything, but we can take a better look online. I can click search the web, and it'll answer me questions like who's the first U.S. president, or what's the current company stock price, etc. So that's available in patch 3. It does use either AI answers and or the web search API. If you want to learn how to configure the web search, that's also available in our community forum. All right, so with that, let's go to questions, spend remaining time on that. I noticed that response is very latent. We also been struggling with slow response time. Is this because it's a dev instance? Yeah, well, for me at least, yes. It's my instance is a dev internal instance, and which gets little to no resources. But your instance should be faster. Yours, as in a customer instance, should be faster than what you saw there. And is there if there is if it lags too much, you should definitely log a case just to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the incident, and nothing wrong with your nodes or anything with the connection with the to say the now LLM. Will the multiple will the multiple active conversations have an impact on reporting and monitoring? Um, it so the virtual agent dashboard only measures conversations that you have closed that have closed. All right. So yes, when you have multiple active conversations as they open up until they're closed, they're not going to get reported. But yes, they will be separate conversations. Is there any lift if we install the enhanced plugin if we're not on Now Assist yet? Unfortunately, no. This enhanced chat experience is for Now Assist only at this time. Are there options to connect to text to speech or speech to text to expand the voice automation? Interesting you asked that. If you attended the Knowledge Conference, you'll know that voice assistance is something we're working on. That is something on our roadmap. So stay tuned for that. If you're in a live chat and open a new chat, can you start a live chat? Oh, that's a good question, Katie. No, you can only have one live chat at this at once. So if you have a live chat in one chat thread, you can only is the only one you can have. You cannot start a live chat with another agent. Thank you for that call out. Does ServiceNow partner company get these Now Says plugins for free for non-prod environment? I wouldn't use the word free, Sentil, but yes, we do collaborate with the implementation partners. They have access to Now Assist, and they may be able to help you with Access Now Assist if that is something you're interested in. Does the chat support all types of browsers? We have platform-wide browser support that's documented, and I actually answered this question for somebody else recently. Um, we support almost all the browsers I can think of, including Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. The only one I know from Brave or Edge, that's the Microsoft one. The only browser I know we do not support is Internet Explorer. Do proactive triggers work with the enhanced chat feature? I think they do. They shouldn't not work. Is I guess is what I'm referring to. Does upgrading the parent plugin guarantee dependent plugins? It It should. Steve, I can't say it guarantees because I have, like some of you, have run into plugin issues in the past where I've had to just double check and triple check to make sure that plugins are correctly updated. But for the purposes of our sanity, I will say that yes, upgrading the parent plugin does upgrade all dependent plugins for virtual agent, AI search, the various skills, etc. The best, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Does a document upload use RAG then? Yes, it does. It uses our doc intel technology to extract, and then it takes, does the retrieval, then does the augmented generation with now LLM, uh, or Azure, right? Depending, you can configure that. I think we talked about that, or that's a patch one feature. Um, and then it, yeah, augments with or generates with either with your choice of LLM. So in short, yes. I don't know if I can get through all the questions, but I'll go through as quickly as I can. Just curious, how can we make sure our org data is secure with this plugin? Uh, um, your org data is always secure so long as you're in the ServiceNow environment. So everything I showed today was in ServiceNow, so your data isn't leaving ServiceNow. Is a licensing or pricing based on number of hits or transactions? Yes, in a sense, it is based on assists, and yes, virtual agent conversations are based on. I'm sorry, assists usage consumption is based on the number of virtual agent or Now Assist and virtual agent conversations you have. So, you can look that up online. Just type server, if you just Google ServiceNow Assists overview, you'll see that list, etc. Will the search capability perform or leverage any web content filtering? Good question. I don't know. Sorry, yeah, I don't know. Are there statistics on the usage of the VA via a dashboard? Yep, we do have a virtual agent dashboard. You might have even seen momentarily um, in the Now Assist admin page, we had an analytics tab. So yes, we do. You mentioned that I'll go. That's a longer conversation. We'll go over that in a minute. And last question by Susan, with KBs that have role restrictions on it, will chat search through it? No, it won't. So um, if the user does not have access to the KB, that search result will not appear for that user. I happen to be logged in as admin. That's why it can look at all the knowledge articles, but our search does respect, um, security and ACLs and roles, etc. Okay, last question here. You mentioned that if we use MS Teams integration, best not to use Now Assist. Can you share the major issue? Um, the major issue is not with Now Assist. The major issue is with the response streaming feature that I showed at the very, very end. And the reason why that is Microsoft, for whatever reason, treats response streaming, each stream, as a transaction. So that ends up costing you more API use Teams, Microsoft API usage transactions than probably should. So that's why I do not recommend response streaming turned on if you're using Microsoft Teams. Okay, if you're not using Microsoft Teams, or if you are using Microsoft Teams, just turn off response streaming. But you can still use Now Assist. You can still use the Copilot integration, etc. Okay. Is there a means to set params for Gen AI like temperature, top results? Currently not this time. You can choose to use either now LLM or Azure OpenAI, which is also hosted on ServiceNow. We don't offer you that many configurations, such as like top results or temperature. Okay. So yeah, thank you for your questions. Thank you for your time. Again, this recording will be on YouTube shortly later this week, and hope you got a lot out of this. I know enhanced the better virtual agent UI has been requested and it is now here. And I hope you guys get to try it out on your own. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Thank you all.